commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs.
Welcome to Stockade football. We good, Kale? Hello. Well, Spike Fresho discovered the mute button on this console here. Welcome to Dietz Stadium. Kingston Stockade against FC Monmouth. We're in the 7th minute. It's scoreless. Stockade playing the team that's at the top of their division, 6-0. Stockade currently 3 wins, 3 losses. Yes, it's the summer solstice, maybe a time for an upheaval in the Monmouth perfection machine. We'll see what we can do. Stockade coming in here as the leading, the team with the most goals in the conference. 21 tallies for this team. You want scoring, this is your squad. Stockade playing in their charcoal gray home kit, and Monmouth in white with their minimalist crest that depicts yet another lighthouse. Lighthouses are big this year in this conference and others. They do have 4 lighthouses along the Monmouth County shoreline, which covers 20 miles of what they call the Bay Shore in the northern end of the, quote, Jersey Shore. There's no snookies there. They play in Red Bank at Count Basie Park. It's kind of a hipster town. You got locals like John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen and nearby Rumson and Freehold. It's a different vibe in that part of Jersey. And here comes Monmouth attacking the Trailways end. Not much there. 33, Christian Graham, our defender at a Goshen, who goes to Ryder. Gets it to Cintron, our keeper, who's started several games this year. He's out of Wappingers, a SUNY Oneonta product. Sorry for the silence at the beginning of the broadcast. That's, I know, sacrosanct in some circles. But I promise to overload you with all the sportscaster cliches that you're used to. It's my job. And I'm here solo. Usually I have Steve Patch with me from Rhinebeck doing play-by-play, but he can't make it tonight. There's Kingston with an effort, strong effort there by Yari Harris. That's going to be the first, not a corner, it went over. Yari has 5 goals for Kingston. He's our leading scorer this season. Local kid, Kingston High School product. I like to reduce players to shelf life stories. He plays, he's a SUNY New Paltz guy. His brother's also on the field, wearing 11, Amari Harris, who goes to SUNY Ulster. So Kingston well represented here in the charcoal gray. Again, Stockade 3-3, currently in the solid 3rd place. They're tied kind of 4th place in the conference behind Kensington, behind Oval Academy, and of course the undefeated Monmouth. Just FC Monmouth. They're not called the Lighthouses or the Crawdads or anything cute like minor league soccer. So it's kind of classy. They kept that. Crowd still filing in here on a nice summer night. If you're in the area, feel free to come by. Plenty of seats available here in the renovated Dietz Stadium. Beautiful new handrails, bathrooms, food truck bays. The away section is enormous. It won't really be a factor in this league. There's not too many away supporters who travel. Ours do, but, you know, it's hard to be humble when you're as great as the Dutch Guard. 12th minute, scoreless. Not quite sure if you can see the score on your feed. I am without a monitor. I am without a broadcast partner. And some say I am without a life. But I would disagree with that. This is a fun thing to do. I've been doing this, I think, for 6 seasons. And it's a short season, but it's great to be back in the Deet Stadium press box. It's a WPA brick tower that could survive a tornado, a hurricane, or an assault by, tanks from Iran. But you name it. Stockade long ball, that's been their style. Catch by the Monmouth keeper wearing number 1. I, of course, have no access to the Monmouth roster. It's somewhat like obtaining a copy of the Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't have that security access, but as many say, who cares about the other team as long as we win? I like the kind of reduction to the basics of fandom when it comes to that. And we got 3 solid wins this year in a league that our chairman helped found with 4 other league owners who were kind of fed up with the national NPSL that Stockade was in since their founding. It was a bit of it's like the New York City Board of Ed. It was a bit of a red tape machine. And I'm not surprised that these young guys went out on their own. Chipped in, Cintron takes care of business. The trailways end. You got the flags blowing above the Deet Stadium box office. It looks like, it reminds me of the stadium from the Archies. Whenever the Archies went to a high school match, they always had these kind of comical blowing flags. Monmouth at their end, a bit nervous, trying to get out, played it to the keeper. Could have been dangerous, but they have escaped. They're up the far wing now, intercepted by Kingston, wearing the charcoal gray. I like it. Could have got Weber Kettle Grills to sponsor that color, but I see Trailways is back. There's a shot save by Monmouth. That counts as, that was a pretty strong shot. Might have been better as a cross, but hey, any effort there, a lot of things can go wrong with the keeper. And that was a nice blast from Owen Seigel, Sunny Oneonta guy who hails from Liberty, New York. Freedom indeed. '15th minute of the match here in Kingston in the historic Stockade district. The team is named after the neighborhood. I love that. And it's 0-0 here. Easily could have escaped with a 1-1 draw at Monmouth back in May, but a late handball in the box cost us dearly. I mean, 89th minute penalty. I watched the live stream. It was a sad night. Anyone watching soccer live streams at that hour can identify with the underlying sadness of defeat. But this is what we live for, the beautiful game. Here we are, Deet Stadium coming to life with the Stockade supporters group, the Dutch Guard with their drums in order. Stands still filling up. Fans showing up. There's a ton of high school graduations in the area today. It seemed like every high school had their graduation today, and that's, maybe that's a good thing. But between that and outdoor weddings, you couldn't get a hotel room anywhere in the Kingston area this weekend. I know that. Monmouth fighting at the Trailways end, denied. Some tenacious play by Anthony Denis, our Frenchman from Caen, who's had a good start to the season. Also, Cosimo Tristani from Gloucester, New Jersey. I don't know if that's in Monmouth County. He's a Fordham guy. He helped out, but Monmouth has a free kick. in a somewhat dangerous area. I wouldn't say it's terrifying, but on the foot of a professional, this could easily result in a tally. And these, of course, are semi-pro college players we're watching here. Chipped in, not bad. Monmouth player demanding a contact foul in the box. No can do, says the ref in the fiery red shirt. I love that. And he's got a yellow card coming out for somebody. Yeah, I think it might have been against one of the Monmouth players who was maybe protesting too much about the contact in the box. So a yellow, it might have been to number 32 for Monmouth. Again, a mystery team. This harkens back to the early days of the NPSL where Steve Patch and I would have to look up college websites on the fly just to find out who's who on the other team. But this is the information age. I'm sure things will improve. Ball popcorning in midfield. Punched out there, throw in for Owen Seigel. Tries it down the right flank. Goes out for a Monmouth throw. Again, not sure if you can see the score. It's 0-0. Stockade against Monmouth. 18th minute of the first half of what's probably, and I hate to drag this out, a must-win for the lads from Kingston. Given the point situation in the standings, it's a short season. You can't afford another loss or a draw to a team that's above you in the table. It's the throw. Cosmo Tristani with the throw in. Long and high into the box. Trouble. It drops, but it's cleared by Monmouth. A nice clearance. That could have been a diaper change for the Monmouth goalie, the way that ball just fell straight down, loose amongst several pairs of cleats, and not all of them friendly, I'm sure. But Monmouth clears. Stockade back in possession, which is nice. Cosimo with it again. Going to play it forward for Owen Seigel. Cross denied. Monmouth. Stockade pressing, showing some aggression here. They want the ball. Monmouth up the wing. Some arm thrashing by number 21. A little frustration there. Stockade midfield has done a good job of jamming up Monmouth's efforts to traverse down the turf field here at the renovated Dietz Stadium. Great to be back. Stockade played the last 2 seasons at Marist College at Tenney Stadium, which is a fine facility, but it's just not the same atmosphere. But it's great that they finished this as quickly as they did. Some New York projects, renovations, like the 2nd Avenue subway or the Rhinecliff Amtrak station, can take years. But Kingston got it done, and here we are, and everyone's enjoying their night here. The shade has fallen on the Wonderwall stand here. So despite it being a kind of a warm, sunny summer night, the longest day of the year, if you will, home fans are sitting in comfort, watching their squad on a Saturday night in Kingston, New York. Monmouth forward down the corner. 21 making a move. Yeah, I might have mentioned earlier, Monmouth County is known as the Bay Shore. It's the northern part of the, quote, Jersey Shore. There's no Snookies there. 20 miles of coastline, has 4 historic lighthouses. One, the oldest operating in the country, supposedly, the Sandy Hook Lighthouse. There's also a nice bird sanctuary there. It's a national park. And also nearby, I'm told, there's a clothing optional beach. So Jersey has a bit of everything. Kingston throw to midfield. Ball recovered by Monmouth. Some movement forward, now backward. Yeah, the fans here tonight, there was, like I say, a ton of high school graduations, not a hotel room to be had in the area. Also, this event competing with the International Polo Challenge at the Mashomack Polo Club in Pine Plains, where, you know, a cheap seat is $200. So a lot of people just, you know, had to make that decision. Do I go to polo in Pine Plains, or do I go see working class Stockade FC soccer in the Stockade district of Kingston? And then go to Snapper McGee's after the game and listen to punk rock. I think that decision is pretty obvious. But that's what we have here in the Hudson Valley, a variety of options. And we like that. I mean, who doesn't? Trying to look at the feed in the video feed in the booth next to me. See if you can see the score. It appears a bit choppy, and it doesn't appear to be showing a score. So I'm going to tell you it's 0-0. Here it's the 23rd minute of action. Appears to be a hydration break here, which is acceptable. They were doing that in the Gold Cup, so why not here? Some cold compressed towels for the necks of the Stockade starters. Got a healthy bench. Looks like Jamal Simmons has at least 7 options. Monmouth showed up with 4 on the bench. Mentioned this before, in this league, a lot of teams don't have a lot of subs, you know, making the trip. I mean, as the crow flies, Red Bank is not that far from here, but given the Jersey Shore traffic, I'm not sure which exit off the Garden State Parkway it is, but it can take a long time to drive from Red Bank to Kingston. But they were here nice and early. That last week, the SC Bravehearts from Long Island, the game was delayed. They were somewhat, you know, half hour, 40 minutes late arriving here in Kingston. But given that it was supposed to be a home game at their field, I mean, what more concessions do we need to make to the Braveheart people? Which we did, because this is how we roll here in this league. And we punished them 4-2, and it was a valuable 3 points in the standings. I believe Braveheart is still looking for their first victory of the season. Hydration break concludes. Delicious water for everybody. And it's going to be a Kingston throw at the far end with the sun beating down on that end of the field. It sets behind the press box here, which is lovely. In the early days, the games were at 2 o'clock, and it was somewhat unbearable here. Everyone was baking. And Stockade made the adjustment and said, listen, let's have a civilized 6 o'clock kickoff so our fans don't fry on the metal bleachers. And they've responded in kind. Attendance has been robust. And pre-sale for tonight was strong. They have a friendly here on Wednesday against the New York Shockers from Albany. Former NPSL rival. I think they're still in the NPSL. They haven't jumped ship yet. There's hints that they might. That's on the 21st at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Midweek friendly. You know, if you're in town, you're doing some errands, why not stop by and watch the lads take on a team we played some pretty good soccer against in the last 2 seasons, the New York Shockers, who play in Albany, but claim the whole state as their territory, which is a bit bold if you ask me. It's a big state. Why not just be the Albany Shockers or the Colony Shockers or wherever they hang their hat? Kingston effort denied there by Monmouth, and now up the wing they come. Unknown players. I notice on the League for Clubs, when their statistics, they don't know the player. It says unknown player. You know, it's very kind of like existential. They had 2 of our guys who were unknowns. One was Papa Diop, who scored, and Jake Acosta, who's also scored for Stockade. Part of the 21-goal assault this team has put on the conference. A lot of that is distorted by the 10-0 win, but you would think with that many goals that they would have more than 9 points in the standings. Some type of argy-bargy here in the box. Monmouth wanting the ref to maybe speed up the throw-in here from Cosimo Tristani, who's also scored this season. It's nice to have so many players on the score sheet. Checking the feed next door. If it's choppy, I apologize. I, of course, have nothing to do with the technical side of this. In fact, I couldn't even find the mute button earlier. Tristani with the lob in there, which was headed well over the bar by one of the Kingston lads. (0-0) in the 27th minute here, first half at Dietz Stadium. Long ball by Monmouth denied. Kingston efforting down the far left side. Back to the keeper for Monmouth. Back to Kingston. It's a nice ball in. And there's a chance, and he scores! Owen Seigel with a laser into the right panel of the goal. It's 1-0 Kingston Stockade. Nice to Kingston. It's a nice ball in. And there's a chance, and he scores! Owen Seigel with a laser into the right pash. That's how hard that was struck. Big first goal for Kingston here at home against the league leaders. 27th minute. Owen Seigel. That's his 3rd goal of the season. He's been with the club. This is his 3rd year with the Stockade, and it seems his stock has been rising all 3 years. I've called his name a few times, not just on goals like that, but assists and just possession of the ball. He seems to be in the right place at the right time. So here we go. Crowd kind of jacked up now. 1-0 lead for Stockade against the Monmouth Lighthouse Rays. Seems to be a free kick dispute for Monmouth over on the left side. It's Zach Rabati is pleading with the ref for some type of change in his ruling. But no, Monmouth with a free kick from a somewhat dangerous spot. They're running in, headed out, and back in, and out again. Monmouth persisting here. Oh, a bit of a takedown there. The ref agrees. Kingston possession. Be a free kick from the deepest part of the corner in the trail, what I like to call the Trailways end. The Trailways bus station is almost within sight. If this was the dead of winter, you could see it through the trees, but thank God it's not the dead of winter. It's a lush summer evening here in Kingston. Lots of green, lots of charcoal jerseys with a spring in their step, having taken a 1-0 lead over Monmouth, FC Monmouth. A team that's undefeated so far. There's 6 games in the league. I believe when Monmouth was in the NPSL, they did make the playoffs once, but they were promptly eliminated by Motown FC. There's another attempt by Kingston. Amari Harris there with a roller handled by the Monmouth keeper. It's good to keep up the attack. Rest on your heels. A 1-0 lead in this league is not something you can sit on. There's been a lot of scoring in the league for clubs, at least in our conference. And if you want action, you got it, as they used to say. There's Monmouth with the ball forward down the right side, across. Was he off? No. Goal for Monmouth. They've equalized a few minutes later, 3 minutes after Kingston takes the lead. Pretty strong cross there, leading his player into the 6-yard box, and Cintron really didn't have a chance on that. From the naked eye, from this vantage of the press box, I mean, if there were VAR in this league, which will happen in the year 35, that he might have been off, but the linesman says no, and we have a 1-1 game here in Kingston. Waiting to restart here. 32nd minute. That's how quickly things can change. Kingston trying to organize here. See if they can get back on top. 33rd minute of the first half. You're looking live at Dietz Stadium over the Kingston Tigers logo. The jailhouse tattoo represents Kingston High School at midfield. Monmouth controlling again. Going to attack again from the right side. Same play. Different result there, a bit too strong, and a sliding effort by Monmouth to get it past James Cintron, Kingston keeper. Long ball down. Yari Harris over it. Zach Rabati out to Owen, our goal scorer. He's gonna give it a go. Oh, dangerous ball in. Oh my goodness. Saved by Monmouth. Yari Harris with diving right up against the rib cage of the keeper. Had there been any mishandling of that ball, Harris probably would have stuffed it in, either with his any part of his lunging frame there. That was a bit awkward, but it might have got the job done. Good concentration by the Monmouth keeper. Here they come down to the left side. There's a cross, too strong, past everybody. Kingston throw. 35th minute, 1-1 here at Dietz Stadium. If you're just joining us, Owen Seigel scored on a laser into the right side panel of the net in the 27th minute. Kingston has been attacking and had several opportunities. Monmouth made the most of theirs on that cross. So we may be in for a pretty tough match here. Obviously, you're playing a team that's 6-0, and we're 3-3. That could easily be 5-1 or 4-2. But I'm not good at math. I'm not going to keep going with that type of speculation, and that's all it is. Results are results. The numbers speak for themselves. You're curious about standings. The League for Clubs has a decent website. You can access theleagueforclubs.com. Although I don't have jersey numbers for the Monmouth roster on there, so that's not helping out the broadcasters. Here comes Monmouth on a spirited run by number 21 down the left side. He's done a lot of that. Plays it up to their captain wearing the number 10, not surprising. Kingston with possession now, coming out of their back. Opportunity. Owen's been left open a lot over there. It was just, that pass was just a little too close to the Monmouth player. He could have led Owen a bit with a higher ball into the corner. Monmouth throw now, 37th minute. 1-1 here. Dietz Stadium in the Stockade district of Kingston, New York, the first capital of this great Empire State. Once burned to the ground by the Brits during the Revolution. But a fine recovery here. City that's on the rebound. It's got its own soccer club with a passionate following. Talk to other fans from other teams in the league, and they're like, wow, I've heard Kingston is wild. It's like, well, yeah, we got drums, we got smoke, it's legit. There's a shot from distance. Why not take that off his right foot? And that was Amari Harris. He's got 2 goals this year, looking for his 3rd. I apologize, I misspelled his name in the Fence Post fanzine. It's I-M-A-R-I, not E. What a rookie mistake. I'm never publishing another issue. I had a journalism class at Ohio University where if you misspelled a name, you got an F on the assignment immediately. Automatic. Didn't matter. Misspell a name, you're dead. Cintron with the save. Certainly saw that coming. Good hands from the lad from Wappingers. Pretty strong shot there from Monmouth on the right side. They seem to be attacking that far right side. It's been their strategy so far, kind of like Kingston has used their far right side. It's when Owen scored his impressive goal. Third of the year. It puts him up there with Noah Mellon and Mambaye Niang as the Stockade players with a trio of tallies. 22nd goal of the year for this club. Not bad for 7 games. Cintron plays it out to Albion Bacage, the poetic defender from Chappaqua, who wears the Marist Red Fox red. Had a great season last year on their home field when we played at Tenney Stadium because of the renovations here at Dietz. He had a fabulous season. I mean, he probably had his own home locker. You know, talk about home cooking. And that's what the Stockade has here, because we're home next weekend too. We have the friendly on Wednesday against the old New York Shockers. Here comes Monmouth down the far right again. Shot, Cintron with the save, and then cat-like movements, dives on it before the Monmouth player can get the rebound. Nicely done by our keeper. Yeah, so this will be how many home games in a row? I mean, we never had this kind of home stand. Because after the Shockers, next Saturday the 28th, the Atlantic City Aces FC visit Kingston in search of slot machines and shows by Frank Sinatra Jr. I once saw men at work in Atlantic City. I'm not quite sure why. But, you know, a town that's been written about by many a songwriter. And the Aces have been around for a while. I think they were in they might have been an NPSL team. They got a cool, like, Motorhead style logo. But I say, don't forget the Joker. And that might be us. They're in the other division of our conference. So, again, Wednesday night here, 6 o'clock. Next Saturday, the 28th here, 6 o'clock. A home stand for the Stockade. There's a chip behind the goal by Monmouth. Cintron just watches it fall into the netting with the track and field equipment and the track and everything behind it. Stockade coming up, 42nd minute in the first half. Can't imagine it'll be a huge amount of stoppage time. 1-1 draw here so far. And hoping, checking the feed again, it seems to still be kind of choppy, but maybe that's just our monitor here. But Stockade has always been on the forefront of technology. The first team to live stream anything back in the day when MPSL was just like, you know, local beer league. But the tech guys here, in the tradition of Dennis Crowley, the chairman, who might qualify as a tech bro, but a nice one. I know that has negative connotations given the current climate, but Dennis has always been there for the community and for this team and all the volunteers that keep the fun going here at Dietz. And you can hear the Dutch guard drums picking up pace here, maybe looking for a goal right before halftime, which is a classic soccer tradition where teams tend to relax, they can smell the locker room and maybe an ice pack and a beverage. So they start to relax around the 43rd minute, and then next thing you know, your net cord is being rippled by a ball that's been blasted in there by the opposition. Monmouth recovers well, coming up the right side again, past the empty away stand. Apparently their supporters group has 3 members, I'm told, but they had family obligations, couldn't make the trip from the Jersey Shore, which is a 2-day drive. Nice D there by Stockade. Bacage means business. It's like 44th minute now, 1-1. In a game Kingston needs the points, the 3. They gotta hope that someone takes points from Met Oval the second place team who beat us here late, came in and beat us 3-0 here. That was our home opener. That was a stunning loss, but we play them in Queens on an odd July 5th match. It says the start time's 11 a.m. I know the Met Oval is very popular. There's a lot of teams that play there, so maybe the only time they could book was 11 a.m. Seems to be an early halftime whistle here. The new Dietz scoreboard, which is fabulous, reads 44-38. But the referee has blown the halftime whistle, and we have 1-1 here. So maybe the on-field clock is lacking some accuracy. But if that's the worst of our problems, then everything's okay. All right, well, thanks for joining us for the first half. Not a bad match so far. Owen Seigel with a screamer. Good to see him active and scoring and put us ahead 1-0. But Monmouth, being who they are, showing some maturity, comes down the right side, strong cross, and then Cintron got beat. All right, well, gonna leave you to enjoy the halftime entertainment, which is usually small children from local soccer leagues tearing up the turf and having fun with the small goals. God bless them, because that is the future, as they say. I'm going to use my Paul Lind accent there. He is from my hometown of Mount Vernon, Ohio. All right, well, this is Spike Vrusho from the Dietz Stadium press box, my second home. I would live here if I could. And I will be back to bring you the second half action shortly. Again, 1-1, Kingston versus FC Monmouth. We'll see you in the second half.
If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal.
All right, second half underway. We have the National Soccer Network has halftime commercials. Not used to that. But as they say on FM radio, they're paying the bills. Stockade now attacking the Trailways end, which I like. I think that's a good thing. 1-1 here to begin the second half at Deed Stadium. The crafty cross in. Cleared out by Monmouth. Amari Harris with a nice move to get the ball in the box. Kingston throw in the Monmouth end. The ball went at, as they say in Pittsburgh. Stockade throw again. Sun's still not setting. Of course not. Longest day of the year. The lights are not on at Deed Stadium, the new lights. Kind of weird UFO Area 51 lighting that was reinstalled during the renovation. I'm sure it's smart lighting of some kind. It's AI. It's actually recording everybody who's here. Facial recognition, the whole thing. Here comes Stockade. Noah Robinson. Be wearing the captain's armband today. Back heel cheeky by Amari Harris. Did not work, as they often don't, but they're always fun to watch. Like a bicycle kick. It's part of the soccer, the poetic visual that makes up this sport Bicycle kicks, back heels, Cruyff turns, if you will. Played in, there's a chance. Shot on goal, very readable. Amari Harris didn't get much on that. The Monmouth keeper, he ordered the Taylor ham sandwich, which was delivered. Never understood the ham sandwich debate in Jersey, but I'm from Ohio, so they won't understand Skyline chili and various food traditions and cultures in this vast country of ours, and this vast conference. The League for Clubs has almost as many clubs as NPSL did, and that was close to 100. We're in the Northeast Conference. We need these points. Noah with the pick, but no help there. Monmouth surrounds him. Gonna switch fields here. You can't see on your screen, it's 1-1 here in the 49th minute. Crucial game for Kingston, facing the 6-0 FC Monmouth lads. Kingston record currently 3 wins, no draws, 3 losses. No visible changes that I could see in the lineup at the start of the second half here. Jamal Simmons has not gone to subs yet. Cosmo Tristani down into the corner. Plays it to Amari Harris. Anthony Denis plays it into the corner. Oh, there's an opportunity, but over the bar by Yari Harris. Well, scooting around there at the top of the box, you never know who's got an angle. He might have. Okay, Dylan Kelly is on for Christian Graham. That was a halftime change. Monmouth possesses the midfield, pardon me, while I go down the press box here to get the attendance number from the PA announcer, Jordan. Be right back. Jordan tells me, and I'm Spike Brusho bringing you the second half action here from Dietz Stadium. 924 is our official attendance here at Dietz on June 21st, match week 7. 924 that chose not to go to the International Polo Championships in Pine Plains. Sometimes you tip your hat to the locals. And there are a lot of locals here. Oh, there always are. There's a guy in a Bournemouth jersey who's sitting with Dutch Guard who must have purchased $900 worth of gear, which maybe he's going to go overseas and sell to the Cherries fans. But you always see him, the stray Brit here. Monmouth chipping in, that's denied. Good header out by Kingston. There's a possible break. Amari Harris gets it out to Cosmo Tristani. Forward to Yari Harris. Denis plays to Cosmo. Chipped in maybe too strong. Yes. Off this hot AstroTurf, that one just skipped over the touch line, the goal line. and out for a Monmouth goal kick. 1-1 here in the 53rd minute. The sliding ball tackle there by Monmouth. Kingston throw. Effort is there by Kingston and attacking the Trailways end. There's opportunity here. Too many white shirts around the ball. Monmouth clears it out. They're going to go up the left wing, apparently with some success here. Foot race with Dylan Kelly out of Beacon. Another Oneonta guy. Ends up rolling to Cintron. Stockade favor there. But that was a bold run by Monmouth. Stockade throw midfield. I was under the impression that Noah Robinson had moved on to another club, but apparently not. In the corner, Kingston keeps possession for a throw, no corner. It's a good effort there by Amari Harris, number 11. Following his brother Ayari, number 9. They're both at the near post. There's the throw in. Header. Not a bad effort, just wide of the post. Monmouth keeper lets it go. Could he get a little more pace and spin on that? He could have crossed the goal with it. Stockade might be up 2-1. As it stands now, 1-1 in the 55th minute. Live at Deet Stadium, Kingston, New York. The long ball in, headed out by Monmouth. Stockade plays a lot of long balls. That was Molina with the effort. I like long balls. Old school English football. Why not? Over the top, over the middle. Sam Dyche. Fill the channels. See what happens. But that's just me. Here comes Monmouth down the left wing. Cross in, a couple of players together. Back heel. Maybe a miscommunication there. Two Monmouth players too close together. Couldn't figure out who was going to take the cross. Kingston with the clearance. They're going to get a throw in their own end. Monmouth down the far wing. Moving forward in a crowd of charcoal jerseys there. Again, the Dutch Guard group, their smoke flares, after alerting the Kingston Fire Department with an alarm a couple of weeks ago here, they had to use them at the away side earlier today, and that's about all they're going to get, I guess, because of the new alarm system here at Dietz. It's a little less Euro picturesque for the photographers to take pictures of massive smoke flares with dudes in orange bandanas. certainly a good look. But there are some rules in this world. Stockade in the corner. Cosimo looking for something. Denis into Harris. Amari. Good effort by his brother. There it is, a shot saved over the crossbar by the Monmouth keeper. Quick shot by Yari Harris. Great reaction, spinning and shooting. I think he caught, some of the defenders thought he was going to maybe settle the ball and try to dance it in, but he turned and fired it. Keeper with the two hands parries it up over the crossbar and the football crossbar as well, the American football, the traditional setup. Corner, Stockade in. Oh, just a bit high. Got some pace on it. I'm thinking the Stockade player on the other end, if he was 2 inches taller. That was Anthony Denis. 2 inches taller, he might have put that one home. '59th minute, 1-1 between Kingston Stockade and FC Monmouth. The League for Clubs action. Stockade looking for an opening. Denis has a few assists this year. Body on the ball. Stockade backing up a bit. Try the left wing now. Noah Robinson. Denis shot snubbed by Monmouth. Recovered nicely by Zach Rabati. He's going to play it out to Molina. Rabati over to Bacage. Bacage back with it. Pretty tight D here by Monmouth. Stockade looking for a seam. Maybe find one near the ref here. Body plays it forward, nobody there. Goal kick, Monmouth. It's only been one corner in the game. Kingston has it. I'm looking at our cool new Stockade Deeds scoreboard. 3 saves by the Stockade keeper, Cintron, and 5 by the Monmouth keeper. 11 shots by Stockade. 5 by Monmouth. All of them collected by Cintron. 11 shots, not bad for a half of football, a half and a quarter of football here. 62nd minute now. Monmouth with the tenacious D in the middle. Try the right wing now. Pass Robinson. Back heel, Robinson reads that. Says, I say thee nay, Rampager. Monmouth back with it, though, top of the box. Play it in. Oh, through the legs there. That was dangerous. Nutmegged Noah Robinson on the shot, but it was well wide. But that could easily gone off from Noah's ankle or calf and changed directions on Cintron, and then, you know, then you have the Hindenburg blowing up in New Jersey, and they take the lead. Lakehurst, New Jersey reference. Oh, by the way, the humanity my call in the Hindenburg explosion. Kingston efforting on the far right. Now they're going to bring it closer to the press box here. Molina forward to Cosmo. Bacage, right side. Denis on it. Low long ball. No chance for Harris to gather it. Cleared by Monmouth, and here's a sprint to get to it. Cintron's going to come way out of his box. He got a lot on that clearance. Man, that was a nice, by football, American football yardage, that was a good 50-yard blast. Giants, New York Giants might want to look in for field goal kicker on our keeper, James Cintron. Substitution unknown, number 13 for FC Monmouth, coming on for unknown 22. If any of the parents are out there, feel free to send me a fax, which is where we are at the level of technology with Monmouth. Send me a fax with your son's name on it, and his favorite food, and I will get the fax a week later and read it. There's a chance, Kingston, a slight counter, and an effort by Monmouth to get down that left flank again. Cosmo forward, that's trouble, but it headed out easily by mystery number 11, wearing white for Monmouth. Kingston, if you're just joining us, wearing the charcoal gray kits. FC Monmouth in all white. It is 1-1 in the 65th minute. A crucial game for the Kingston lads. They need a win here. These short seasons, you can't afford to lose 3 games and try to make the playoffs. I mean, it's mathematically possible still, but that, I believe part of that mathematical possibility is a victory here today for the Cade, as I call them sometimes, headlinees. If this was 1950s newspapering, they'd be the Cade. Cade stuns Jersey Tomatoes 2-1. There's a headline from maybe the Kingston Freeman, circa 1957. I'll put my fedora back on the wall and put out my cigar and my martini. And get back to the football. Monmouth with a run. Spirited defense, though, by Noah Robinson. Shoulder to shoulder. Forces it at. And it would appear, I mean, it's like their first corner of the game, and that's, they're just discovering that now. Like, oh, it's called a corner kick. FC Monmouth setting it up in the Forsyth Zoo end. You can see top of your screen the Zoo crew. Crossed in, nobody there. Bounces and backheel chipped by Monmouth. They somehow maintain possession. Corner of the box, played to the center of the box. Number 4 with the effort. Again out to the right. Monmouth showing some energy here on a hot night in Kingston. 67th minute of a 1-1 draw. I mean, this was the scenario in Red Bank for much of the game until Monmouth got the late penalty, which stole the points, as they say. Spirited cross there. Kingston with it in. Oh, shot. He takes it. Owen Saigo scored in the 27th minute to put Kingston on the board. Lights it up again. Figures why not. That was the mirror image of his goal on the other end in the first half. so why not take a shot there? It was well wide, but it was a tough angle. But Owen obviously inspired to unleash the lasers. Okay, another hydration break here. 68th minute. Again, the field clock was off by about 6 or 7 minutes when the referee blew the halftime whistle. So I'm just going by the field clock, which says 67:48. They may have agreed that the 70th minute or the 65th minute would be a hydration break. And that's what the players are doing now. A 1-1 game here at Dietz Stadium. Just 75 people short of 1,000 for attendance here. See the Bournemouth supporter wearing the Wilson jersey, number 13, is seeping his way into the Dutch Guard ranks with a flag. Jordan announced some father and son that drove from Virginia to see the Stockade tonight. So Cosmo is going to come off here in the hydration break. And Chris Verheel at a Marist, a Dutchman from Steenderen, the Netherlands, is on the field. First season with Stockade. We do utilize the Marist roster a lot for our roster, and traditionally, and the local SUNYs, even Bard College has checked in on a few. But the Dutchman, number 15 on, is a Marist guy, Verhoeven. Who knows? Maybe he can inject some Euro excitement into this 1-1 match standoff here at Dietz Stadium, the corner of Grandma Brown Lane. Good to be back in this renovated facility after driving to Poughkeepsie for 2 seasons to see Stockade play at Tenny Stadium. Didn't do that great there. They scored a lot of goals thanks to Daniel DiPolito. He went on a scoring binge, but he went on to the Long Island Rough Riders pro team. There's a shot. Oh, the Dutchman gives it a go. Surprised a lot of people, I think. Monmouth keeper, though, paying attention. Keep your eye on the Dutchman. Be a Kingston corner because of that. Chris Verhoeven unleashes one. Here's the corner. The Harris brothers, of course, flooding the box. They know this field well. Subs for Kingston, Liam Coffey, number 7, is on. Also on is Davis Barnes, a St. Peter's guy out of Poughkeepsie. Liam Coffey, Harrison, New York native out of Holy Cross. He's had his 2nd year being rostered here with the Cade. So Denis is off. Yari Harris is off. Christian Graham and Cosmo Tristani are also resting on the bench now. Denis looking for the Perrier water. Instead he finds the Gatorade, orange Gatorade from Florida. Long ball goes all the way to the keeper. 81st minute here in Deed Stadium. 1-1. FC Monmouth visiting Kingston Stockade back in their cozy home in a neighborhood they're named after. Gotta like that. Plenty of pre-game activities in the neighborhood, the restaurants, the shops, the bars. It's match day 7. And wherever you go, you see people wearing Stockade paraphernalia, jerseys, hats, perhaps reading a fanzine with an orange cover called Defense Post. Referee in the way there. Worst day of his life. Dead ball, he's gonna have to drop it now. He's had a good game though. Drop it like it's hot, ref. We're running out of time. Monmouth sportsmanship. Plays it back to our keeper since it was our possession when it hit the ref. Long ball, low, line drive. Monmouth kind of clears it, but held by Stockade. The Dutchman, Chris Verhoel, makes an effort. They lose it. Now Monmouth into the far corner. Gonna try to center it. There it is, cleared, but then recovered. A staggering recovery. Cintron with a good save. Parries it up and onto the American football uprights. A wide left situation. That will be a Monmouth corner. I believe that's their 2nd of the game, according to the scoreboard. Again, not sure about the clock. It says 82:40. It was off in the first half. I'm not quite sure how much time is left officially, which is not surprising. There's a dispute in the box. Shades of the game at Red Bank here. He's not about to award a penalty of any kind, but I know that I think it was I was watching the live stream, which it was like watching the Apollo landing in terms of video quality, but I think it was a handball in the box late for Kingston that gave Monmouth the penalty in the closing minutes, and they beat us 2-1. Who knew they would just catch fire and tear up the rest of the league after that, which they pretty much have. Interesting, owned by 7 different like European dudes. Greek guy, an Argentinian guy. Seem to have a lot of support in that. Just a free kick over everything. Certain humiliation in that. Hopefully that player carries that forward, and it causes him to not concentrate as much as he should, and therefore might make an error that Kingston can take advantage of and score and take this game, because they kind of need to. Scoreboard says 84-25. 1-1 is accurate, I know that. As for the Swiss timing, it is not exactly Swiss. It's more like it's Armenia timing or Dover Plains timing. Monmouth throw at midfield. Kingston with a slight counter spinning. He sold that. Oh, the Monmouth coach throwing his beverage down and telling his players to get back on the aluminum bench where they belong. But he lost his beverage. I hope it wasn't an expensive, Fiji water or something. Fourth official's going to say, listen, let's keep our beverages in the cup. Over the ball for Kingston is Noah Robinson. Captain's armband. Can't mistake that. Looks like he works in a highway crew. Lofts it in, cleared by Monmouth on a header. Dangerous chip back in. They're going to let that go to the Monmouth keeper. Probably wise. Pressured by the Dutchman, Chris Verhoeven. I'm Spike Brescio bringing the action here in the 87th minute. Dietz Stadium 1-1 draw between FC Monmouth and Kingston STOCKADE FC. The game that the locals need to win in order to maybe make some noise in the postseason, which is always fun. That means mid-July football. Nice broiling game against a whole rack of new opponents. This league is all new. No more Hartford FCs, no more Boston Cities, no more New York Shockers. Although they're coming here for a friendly this Wednesday at Dietz, 6 o'clock. This is a whole new league, regional. 2 teams from suburban Philly. A team in Delaware, First State FC, who beat us on the road. And of course Monmouth and Jersey. And the Meadowville Academy, which is like the heart of Maspeth Queens soccer melting pot. So much so that the field's only available at 11 a.m. when we travel there. It should be funny. On July 5th, the day after the 4th of July. Can you imagine? New York City on the 4th. Usually quite a mess. Noah out wide. Davis Barnes looking for some action. It's going to be a long throw by Noah Robinson, wearing the classy number of 21. Throw in, not bad. Teed up. A bad strike by Zach Rabati. It goes well in towards the Archie's Comics entrance to Dietz Stadium. Flags blowing towards Trailways. It means it's behind Stockade as they approach that goal. Maybe that affected his strike. Wind not too strong. You see the area 51 lights are on now. It's getting a bit dim. There's a cross. Life for Kingston here late. Noah Robinson, nutmeg. Oh man, he got it through. There were 3 players. There was more traffic there than the Garden State Parkway on a Friday morning. Out for a corner. Will be taken quickly by Kingston. Urgency in the air here. Chipped in low, the keeper from Monmouth, the double punch was all the way out. Recovered nicely by Dylan Kelly. Back in. Bouncing around. There's a dangerous clearance on the high bounce. A lot of charcoal jerseys around it though. That's good. Clock saying 89-16. Could be anything with the ref. I think he pointed to the, I just happened to glance at him. He pointed to the fourth official and put up either 3 or 4 minutes. So we're down to the wire here. Noah can't keep it in, frustrated. Played the whole game. His 4th season with the Cade. Monmouth throw, spinning right, left to right, kind of splinker. Oh, heavy contact there, and a whistle. Monmouth went up for the header. Quite the impact. I'm not sure which Kingston player that was. If he turned slightly to his right so I could see his number. I used to use their shoes as IDs, but since Pedro Espindola left, the shoes have been somewhat not as exciting. So that was 15. That was the Dutchman. That's how they play at Ajax. Both teams with the flurry here at midfield. Is that a no call or a call on the sliding tackle there? Looked like Zach Rabati took him out, pleading his case. His lawyer is dismissed. Free kick now for Monmouth. We're in stoppage time, technically. It's 1-1. Lofts it in. Cintron has that on his radar immediately. Ball distribution to the captain, Noah. Long ball up. Backspin on it. Keeper's out. Some confusion with the defender. A little chit-chat there. The on-rushing Stockade player. Making the effort there. Liam Coffey, the Holy Cross guy. It's a weird low goal kick deflected. Monmouth heading it to midfield. Kingston with it. Otis Wildman plays it to Noah. Be some late heroics here at Dietz Stadium. Could it be? Crowd on its feet as usual. Closing moments. And there's the closing whistle. As the ref points to the center circle. The match ends with Kingston Stockade, the hosts 1, visiting FC Monmouth 1. Each team gets a point in the standings. Probably damaging Kingston's hopes for a postseason. They needed 3 here. Didn't happen. This is probably how it should have ended at Red Bank, but you know that I don't know. I couldn't tell on that penalty. I'm told by people that there it's actually legit. The call wasn't bad. It did hit one of our defenders in the forearm on a clearance and gave them the penalty. So Monmouth's first non-win of the year, if you will, with the draw. Not sure if the Wednesday's friendly against Kale, is there a live stream on Wednesday for the friendly? Yeah, we'll be with you Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.